Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Ryan.
I'm Max.
I'm Daniel.
And we are the Triple S Rank Reviewers.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Moving on. Today, we are going to be reviewing
The
Extras
Academy Survival
Guide.
That was really well done. We said that really well.
We're pretty good at the syncing
The
thing.
Extras Academy Survival Guide. We're up to chapter 109.
109, and keep in mind, everybody, that there will be spoilers in this video.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't read it yet, keep that in mind. There will be spoilers in this video because we will be going over the entire story.
Up to the aforementioned chapter.
Yeah, chapter 109, and just a little bit of a summary of what the story's about for those who haven't read it or those who want a refresher. You have our main character who was sent into a game that he loved playing and dumped endless time into, and he became, who would have thought it, an extra in the story.
How is he going to survive?
How is he going to survive? Exactly. He needs a survival guide, right?
It's a pretty common
he
premise,
starts off getting kicked out of the school because he was just like a
terrible dude.
Just a terrible dude.
The extra that he possessed was a terrible guy.
And villainous man. And
a side character, a nobody.
Yeah, no, and so just how all these stories go, we will be ranking this on 5 categories, being story, world building, characters, artwork, and enjoyment, right?
Yep.
We'll give each one a ranking from F to triple S. That's our ranking scale, right? And then at the end, we'll give an overall ranking based on all the previous rankings. And any thoughts before we get into the actual rankings themselves? Do you guys have anything you want to say, like coming into reading it, anything that you thought?
Yeah, actually, I could use a piece of jerky right now.
Some beef jerky, just like the main character. Boy, do we have some.
Oh man, we are prepared for today.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. Also, I'll go ahead and put in the clip at the beginning of the video, guys. But we did try building a log cabin.
All right, Max.
go with that anyway.
Yeah, Max, Daniel, Alip. We tried building a log cabin for you guys. Sadly, it broke down and fell apart, so we won't be recording there.
Because the main character lives in a log cabin, so we tried building one. At the very start, it fell over.
We put in that unused footage.
Yeah, put that unused footage really quick. Well, yeah, but
yeah. I mean, we got jerky.
I mean, I didn't go into it expecting much out of it, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
It was better than I thought in some aspects, but...
That was my thing. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I had like low expectations.
That's a good point. I had low expectations from the academy genre, with nothing added on.
Yeah.
So it does better in some, especially some aspects. It met expectations in others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you want, we can just go ahead and get right into the first category.
Let's get into it.
Story. So, I guess I can go ahead and start off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the story, progression-wise, right, I think, it progresses.
Yeah.
He goes through the story. I mean, I feel like it's kind of your typical, because it used to be very much where, with older manhwa, you had this whole trope of, oh, I reincarnate or into like a really super strong person's or a really important person's body, right? But now it's become actually a very popular trope. Like, this isn't anything new now, where he's becoming an extra or a side character in the story, but he has the knowledge previously of everything that happens because he played the game that it was based off of, right?
In fact, I would say, I mean, you kind of see it started with Trash the Count's family.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them have really taken that.
What's it called? The Greatest Estate Developer?
Developers.
I totally forgot he was just like character in the story.
Yeah, and all 3 of these they're like not a good guy.
Yeah, they're always like some
they're
random
always like a random
lout.
bum, but a lout.
Yeah.
Maybe a lout of the couch.
And so I think because we kind of have a few subcategories that we like to talk about, and progression and direction is one of them. I feel like progression and direction, it progresses relatively similar to all the other ones, kind of. I mean, I don't think it's anything unique, anything new. I mean, I don't think we have a time where we're sitting around doing nothing that isn't integral to the story, because at the end of the day, I can go on about like, oh, you have all this time when he's with Yennecar, right? That kind of just seems like useless to the story because they're just kind of like lounging around at the cabin doing nothing. Same thing with when Lucy's there. Same thing with Lortel, the red-haired girl, right? You can say that's like kind of unimportant progression direction-wise, but at the same time, I feel like it is needed because it fits what the story is trying to kind of do. But at the same time, you can say it does stray a lot from its main progression of like, oh, I'm the main character, or, well, I'm a side character. I need to make sure that the main character does his thing so I can survive in this story, right?
I think it's just heavily from that starting from the midpoint.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's it kind of forgets his identity because in the very beginning chapters, right? It's just, oh, I need to make sure that Taylor, our main character, is strong enough to accomplish all these things, and I cannot stray from the story. whatsoever. And that was the very beginning of it, and it completely did a 180 from that.
I'd even say one of my knocks is that early on, he does a few things where he's like, he interferes more than you'd expect.
Yeah.
Someone with that mindset too. And then later he kind of does the whole realization like, I've already done this enough.
Yeah.
In fact, fairly early on, he has a moment where he's like, I think it's fine if I interfere a little bit more than than I'm scared to. And then even later, he's like, screw it, I'm going all in.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll just change it.
Yeah, no, like after his whole fight with Ziggs, right?
Yeah.
He had like but like when he was his family was trying to assassinate him, the Roth sailors were trying to assassinate him, right?
Yeah.
That's when
faked
he
his
did the full one.
Yeah, that's when he did the full thing. Like
Right.
the family like was trying to assassinate him, right? His sister was getting framed, right? Her name was Tanya, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
She was getting framed. You had all
Tanya
these
Roth
people,
Taylor.
and what's it called? It was just and then he was just like, well, I mean, I'm friends with all these strong people now,
Yeah.
and I've pretty much taken the place of the main character, so
Yeah.
I don't even care what happens anymore, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys think that's a negative, or do you think it's kind of what we expected
I don't
based
think
on
that's
how
a
the story
negative.
built up?
I don't think that's a negative, but I just have like a personal like in stories where they are a side character and the main character, the actual main character, is still in the story.
Yes.
Like like Orv, if you know of Orv, like you know how Kim Dokcha is like the side character, but the main character, original main character, is like still important to the plot, kind of like he's still there. I wish they like did that more with this because
Taylor's not like
Tylee,
recently
you mean Taylor?
Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
we've recently seen him. We're kind of doing like we need to train him now because at the end of the day he is like the guy who needs to beat the final villain.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what you're leading into with that. I kind of have a qualms with it, right? In the story department, strictly because this whole thing is like, oh, Taylor needs to be strong, and he knows this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I guess he couldn't really control Kreplin, his father, right? That was his name, I believe.
Kreplin.
I believe he couldn't really control all the things that went out of story, right? He had complete control over the Lucy situation and Lucy not becoming the third chapter final boss like she was supposed to. He had complete control over that, and it's kind of gearing up because, like Max said, we're at the end of chapter 109. He's gearing up to kidnap Taylor's love interest, right? And then to quote unquote make him grow stronger in some sort of way, right? And I feel like we're just gearing up for a very boring thing, like, oh, he's gonna get, and it's gonna have no meaning whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like
right?
a little bit forced.
And I feel like it just doesn't feel
Because
correct.
after that is the only thing left is the final
Yeah.
fight.
Right.
So and he's like, well, I just got rid of, the two major growth fights beforehand, so I have to figure that out now.
And I feel like the direction, like with Taylor having to become as strong as he is, right? And then the main character doing all the stuff that he does is kind of just all over the place because it really bugs me because at the same time, the main character has like the 4 strongest characters in the entire story in his back pocket
He does
whenever
not
he
need the
wants
main
them.
character
Like,
anymore.
He also saves 2 of them. Like 2 of them are not in the story originally at this point.
yeah.
The mage,
Yennecar.
Lucy,
Yeah, well,
and,
Lucy, yeah.
and Yennecar, the spirit
Yeah.
mage, are monsters in their own right. Yennecar was summoning like highest king spirits, and Lucy might be strongest in the verse outside of the final
There's like no
boss.
reason for him to still rely on like the storyline. Like that was abandoned. Like
But like I guess my whole thing of it is like I don't like how they're having it be forced, right? To the point where, he has to like go ahead and now I have to train the MC.
I
right?
think the MC needed to be involved in more.
Yeah.
Right,
No, I
I wish
completely
it
agree.
was.
I think the MC needed the Lucy thing, fine, but I think the MC needed to be involved in his fight against his dad.
Yeah. In some sort of way, but it's like at the same time it is the extra Academy's survival guide, right? And so like they are really diving into this extra thing, right? But I feel like sometimes a little bit of the joy of there being like a quote unquote extra, right, is how much they let the main character shine in these kind of series, right? And they act like an extra and they like do things in a way that
are
made the main
extra-y.
character that like kind of extra-y, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like with this series, you kind of don't see that. He is literally just the main
the main
character,
character. Right.
right? And other series you can argue do that as well. Like, for example, the Greatest Stage Developer. But the Greatest Stage Developer has a phenomenal way of tackling the side character.
Also, the side character is his.
Yeah, and the main character is his sidekick.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like best friend.
And they actually have a good dynamic.
They have a good dynamic, and they also have a resolution for him becoming more of the main character in the story, right? And but with this, granted, it's not finished yet, right? There's still more to come from it. It kind of bugs me, right?
And I will know on the contrary to that, you do see like. I think the biggest issue is that the main character still is important. The main character is still necessary. It's not like. It's not like he can do what the main character can do. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the main character still needs to awaken like his final swordsman form.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way to beat the final boss. We have confirmed that Lucy is absolutely not strong enough. We need final swordsman form Kaylee to do it. And then they're just like, well, now we got to force it.
Yeah, it's
and
a little bit.
I also something like we're kind of straying away from it as well. I mean, I guess this gets into the story as well. I don't like how the original main character is kind of perceived like. Except for when he does like the final hit on like 2 of the bosses, right? Like they kind of like against Professor Glass, I believe his name was, right? He came in, he did the final hit on that boss, right? End of the boss fight, right? And in other scenarios, like he came and he does like the final thing, he like wins the fight, right? But like particularly when they were Ophelius, right? The dormitory, like the higher ups dormitory, like the honor students dormitory, when they were invading that, right? How come our main character is up against 3 of the supposed strongest people in the cast and he's 1v3? Right? And he just like 1v3s them. And I don't know, but that's string. What was our next talking point for what's it called?
We're going on to like depth and subplots.
Okay.
Right. As far as like the actual like arcs go, like the story for like the little arcs, each like I think they call it chapters or acts.
Yeah.
Acts.
I actually like
the organization.
The organization. I mean, well, the thing is like they have like a.
Are you talking about like how you have like the main chapter and there's kind of like almost like subplots in those chapters that you
No, I'm talking about the actual like.
Oh, okay,
acts.
okay.
They introduce like the act like, oh, this is what's supposed to happen, and like, oh, this person is the final boss or something like Lucy or like Yennecar is the final boss. And then they have that like framework, but they kind of just like always they never ever follow that. It's like what's the point of like introducing?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I still enjoy like the actual like the story progression in that organization feels like very like, engaging. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean.
In terms of depth, Max, how do you think it goes, like story-wise?
I think story-wise, there's not a ton of depth, but it's another one of those things where I don't think it. I wouldn't actually knock it for not having.
You don't think it needs it?
I don't think it needs it because I think at the end of the day, he's very clear with what's going to happen, and the twists that happen as a result of either his actions, well, always as a result of some action he's taken. Are not like. Any deep thing, but it's still like something is happening. You're always at least surprised somewhat. But there's no depth. You're not seeing like
something I kind of actually wanted to bring up, and it was one of the more recent arcs. I thought that I don't really even think this ties into depth as much, but I thought it was worth mentioning for the story at least, right? And this might also kind of dive into world building a little bit, but not really. The whole thing where the rewinding time thing, right? Like the little Natsuki Subaru arc that they had. I thought that was actually kind of cool because it was something that quote unquote happened only in the world, right? And this kind of just brushed over in the game, like, oh, why did the Saintess, right, become
just
like
suddenly,
corrupt? Like she became suddenly corrupt, but we actually get to know the reasoning of that. And them going into depth on those small little details.
I think that was cool. That is one of my favorite arcs, easily. I mean, top 2.
Yeah, they did that whole like regression, like infinite time loop thing. They did that very well, I think.
I think that was one of the areas where like a lot of the sections, I would like read, and there were large chunks of chapters where I'm like, oh my god, just get to the point, man. Like, and that was, I think, those chapters for that entire part. I mean, I was glued to the screen. I was like, oh my god, this is good.
Sorry, I keep talking, but what's it called? I feel like them doing things like that, and them then also diving into the main character's past. So obviously he was a soldier in his past life. I think they're trying to poke and maybe add a little bit of depth, but they don't really dive into it, which I don't think is a bad thing because I feel like what we should be focusing on is his goal of survival. And on at face value, there is no depth to that. Really. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
That's one of my major things where it's at face value. He doesn't have his motivation is like a very base motivation. Like every main character in every series is trying to survive unless it's an infinite regression. And even then they're trying to survive just differently.
His motivation of like, I need to survive, it's like a little bit like shallow. I think they're trying to make it so that, his definition of survival comes from like the military and like blah 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 blah, that kind of story. Yeah. But it's like for most of the story, like his motivation isn't really seen like that well.
I mean, that's fair. And then what do we have up next?
Favorite arcs.
Oh, our favorite arcs.
Favorite arcs.
I feel like it low-key has to be between two. Honestly, this one might come across as like, not really. I don't know if you can consider it an arc per se. Oh my gosh, the cinders are getting all in my face. But yeah, no, I don't know if you can consider this as much of an arc. But his original, when he gets kicked out of the school, right?
At the very beginning?
At the very beginning, right? And this might be controversial.
Sure.
But I just think the idea of him building a log cabin, right? I guess it's not really an arc, but kind of it's like a sub thing of him progressively building up his campfire, like his town, his little area, right? I love it.
Like when he was just like trying to actually survive.
Yeah. And so shelter. Like, I feel like those times when he just he sits down and first when he built his own like little hut, right? That was cool, right? I'm kind of like conjoining them all, like every single time that they spend at the campfire, right, or just at that thing, even though it's completely away from the actual story, right? I absolutely love it because it feels so cozy. I don't know. He's like he builds a campfire, he's chilling there. Lucy shows up, she's sleeping on the roof. Yenneker shows up, she's making food.
She's doing the laundry.
She's doing the laundry, and then Loratel shows up trying to be all seductive. She's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. It's not really an arc, but that is like some of my favorite things that I get from it because it feels cozy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel, favorite arc?
I do like the Saint time loop arc a lot.
Yeah.
Another arc I like a lot, maybe just as much. I don't know why, but the arc when he was invading that dormitory, that like.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It
didn't like stick out to me that much, but like when I was reading it, I was like, I think it's because they got some more characters involved. Like they got what's his name, the Blood Swordsman.
No! You're talking about so not when the students were invading the dormitory, kind of like, so that's when
Lucy.
Are you talking about
yes.
When Lucy attacked the dorm trying to get
yes, that one.
What's her name? What's his sister's name?
What's it called?
Tanya.
Tanya. When Lucy attacked the dorm trying to get Tanya. No, that was a phenomenal. I will say, I like that fight was cool.
They brought in all the characters.
Because it was Clevius, right?
Clevius.
Is it Clevius or Clevius?
Cleave. It's a V, but it's like IUS.
I like that a lot because they brought in more characters, and like Ed's role in that was just to be like, obviously he was like behind the scenes.
Well, he was like quote unquote dead at that point in time. Remember?
Yeah, they thought he was dead. That's why Lucy was attacking.
That's why Lucy was trying to capture Tanya.
Because Lucy thought that Tanya ordered his assassination.
Yeah, and so Lucy starts going crazy, and so everyone's protecting. It was Ziggs.
I was thinking of a different arc.
Did you get them mixed up?
I was talking about the one where he was like at the first floor, and he was like,
That's
That's
the first.
It wasn't Clevius that was involved. It was Taylor. What's her name? Elvira.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Taylor's love interest.
You're right.
Okay, sorry.
Both of them are good.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you're right. Both of them are really good because the first one I was originally talking about, I like how they brought in more characters, and the second one with Tanya involved, that one's also really, really good.
No, that one was good because we got to see Clevius in action.
Yeah.
And Clevius is the first person we've ever seen deal damage to Lucy.
Besides the dragon, besides the final boss.
Yeah.
But
also, I felt like the stakes were like a little bit high because like Lucy was like an actual threat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and Ed wasn't there because it was perceived as dead at this point.
If she's not there, like you're looking like screwed because she's like the carrier.
Yeah.
And the little like what is it? His sister like always like gets like unlucky. That's kind of funny. I like you like that.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah.
And Max?
I mean, my favorite was probably the regression one. I really liked the regression one. I think him fighting his dad, the recent arc was good.
Yeah.
But I don't. And I think it was great for his character. I think it helped a lot because I think before that arc, his character felt very flat.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of I think a lot of his motivation, but that's why I like that arc because I think it's good. But I think the regression arc is really good.
Yeah.
Because it has that depth, and it's kind of like you have no idea what's happening for the first like 2 chapters.
Yeah.
You
You slowly find out a little bit more. Nope. Reset. A little bit more.
And I think it's like also cool because you see Adele, right?
She
gets to
and Adele was a good character.
And I think she was a great character, and I feel like we get to which is cool that they do it, right? It dives a lot more into the side characters of the original story, making them main characters prevalent in the story, right? And I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But do we have anything else to cover for the story?
No, I mean, final thoughts?
Final thoughts?
Man, we talked about story for a while.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
lot to talk
I guess
about.
I'm ready to hop right into rankings.
You can
first.
start. If you
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, go for it. You have a lot to talk
are
about.
you ready, Max? Are you ready? To
I'm
give your
ready.
ranking? You go first then.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
So, here's what I'll say about story.
Yeah.
I thought story was actually fairly strong, even though like we gave it a lot of negative points. I think at the end of the day, it sat and it did something. We were always moving, and there was always things happening, and there were surprises and there were knowns, and I liked that aspect of it. I'm honestly like I'm stuck between a B+ and an A-, and that's high.
That's pretty high.
Considering that I feel like we were a bit scathing.
Yeah.
Feel like we were a bit scathing to it, but I think I'll go with an A-.
Oh my god, that's a lot higher than I thought coming from this guy.
No,
I feel you.
story. I actually thought the story was good, and I thought it really actually did something good with the characters and the world.
I feel like all the
building.
fight scenes were phenomenally
And
dramatic.
every fight season,
Every
and the end
fight
of
scene-
arcs, when arcs ended, I felt invested.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I guess I'll kind of touch on it a little bit since we didn't get into it. All the fight scenes in the story, I think it goes into artwork, but it also
Yeah,
dives into the
that's-
story, right? All the fight scenes have you phenomenally, like, 100% invested into them, right?
Yeah.
Because our main character is getting battered. Every single fight, he is getting absolutely
destroyed.
annihilated.
Yeah.
Even when he had that one, like, one-on-one with the professor that replaced
Yeah.
Professor
Oh,
Glass,
right,
right?
yeah.
And he was still prepping an attack. He was bloody. He was bruised. Whenever he uses that ring that, like, allows him to
Yeah.
bring out, like, the full, like, the Phoenix ring or whatever
Yeah.
it is, that allows him to bring out the full potential, bro, his arm is just singed like torch.
He looks like a
at the end of the
cyborg.
fight with his father, he literally full bandages down his eye. He can't use his eye. Bandages all over his body.
He doesn't
bro.
have his
He-
arm is
his arm
singed up to the
Yeah,
shoulder.
and he can't use it, and like he can't even use his leg. He is battered, and so I think that is a great thing that the story does that kind of keeps you invested in it. Yeah. So we took a little cut to put some fire in the log pit, some logs in the fire pit.
in the
Yeah.
fire pit.
Yeah. No, but going back to my ranking, I was actually completely shocked that you gave it an A-. I didn't think you would
Yeah.
give it that high of a ranking.
Yeah.
But for myself, I am going to be a bit on the lower end. I feel like the story at base plate, like, well, a lot of my rankings probably go into enjoyment for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I feel like the story itself was kind of just whatever, you know? I mean, like,
I can see
talk
that.
about that a lot, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, I enjoy the emotional moments, right? But at this, a lot of the other stuff just feels completely useless to me at sometimes.
fair.
So I'm gonna go, and it's not bad,
Yeah.
right? I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a B, right?
Ooh.
Just a B. I don't think it's anything special to get an A, because I feel like an A is a good ranking. I think it's just a B for me.
Okay.
But yeah, Daniel?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Wow.
Big one, bro.
Not full of cinders.
Yeah.
Yeah. For story, I have mixed feelings about this because it doesn't feel bad, but when you look at it, like the story is not actually much substance of anything. Like, yes, they have acts. It's organized in acts. Like, oh, this person's gonna be the boss, or like this is the bad guy of this chapter. But it, while it's entertaining to read, I don't think the story actually. It's similar to Ryan's take. I don't think the story has
Maybe.
much value to it. And the parts where they just like, and the log cabin going like, and like I'm doing
Oh,
laundry.
yeah,
There's
I mean-
so much filler of that, and it
There's
takes
a
away
lot
from like the
filler.
story. Like, I want to read the story. I don't want to see them like eat jerky for the 80th time. I don't mean to be a hater, but it is really enjoyable. I don't think it's a bad story. And like some arcs are really good. Some arcs are really good,
Yeah.
like the time one. So all things considered, for what it was, I think I'll give it a little bit higher than you. I'll give it a B+.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then moving on to our next category, world building.
Ooh, yes.
I think this should be quick.
I can start on this one. It might be the most generic one we've reviewed, period. It's
Close.
it's an academy, and we don't really leave, we've left the academy once to meet his dad at generic Noble's Mansion.
Yeah.
Um,
Generic
Yeah.
evil Noble's Mansion.
generic
Yeah,
evil
he's
Noble's
evil.
Mansion.
Yeah.
Of course he's evil.
It uses a system, so immediately Nox Point systems are very like
Whoa.
they kind of just self-explain themselves. It's not a terrible thing if you want like kind of a simple power system. Systems work.
Yeah.
None of the magic
Yeah.
or the spirit calling or anything is unique
Yeah.
Yeah.
or interesting.
What are you talking about? He summons Mug.
Yeah.
Dude, Windblade. Have you ever seen a Manhwa use Windblade?
I've never seen a Manhwa use Windblade or Ignite.
Or
And
Fireball.
unfortunately,
explosion.
we kind of mentioned at the start that there are already 2 other like manhwas where a guy reincarnates as the side character.
Yeah.
At least 2. There's probably
That's
way
kinda-
more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
That's one of the only ones we mentioned.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And there's only 2 that we mentioned.
So yeah, for me, and I guess I'll like go ahead and like kind of agree with that. I mean, the world building is just like whatever. I mean, like if you just look at it, literally, it's just your typical like Max was saying, oh, we're at the Magic Academy. Oh wait, it's a little different though. I have a log cabin in the woods.
The world building is like the log
yeah,
cabin
and then
building.
like the other world building is like, oh, an ancient mage from long ago founded the academy, and they're the strongest mage ever. I've never seen that before. Like,
it is-
And then this is actually something that really bothers me, right? When things have a political atmosphere as
Yeah.
part of the world building, I think that's really cool,
Yeah.
right? This tries to like throw in tidbits of it, and it doesn't give us anything. And then like all of it ends because it doesn't matter. Like the political atmosphere doesn't matter because the main character is friends with so many just women that have a bunch of power that he can do whatever he wants at the end.
Yeah.
So
I think the issue with that is early on in the story, he befriended like the strongest mage, or maybe the second the principal's really
Yeah.
strong, tied with the principal at least.
Yeah. Yennecar.
The Yennecar, the strongest spirit summoner.
Yeah. Ziggs.
Ziggs, but I was thinking the merchant,
Oh yeah.
Lobo
Literally
Tail.
has a complete control over the entire market for the entire
after the
kingdom.
2nd or 3rd arc, controls the largest merchant association
Yeah.
in the world. Like he has these political connections that are just, oh, you cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that kind of like ties into characters, but at the same time, it just is the world building.
That's the world
All the political atmosphere that like happens around him doesn't matter
Yeah,
because of that.
it
And I
gets taken
feel
away.
it's like because sometimes like if world building was just stagnant and the world was just like there as to serve as a place for the characters, right? I'd be like, okay, that's whatever. But this like actually angers me sometimes. Like it makes me mad how little like. That they try to do something with world building. Oh, it doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
have this girl that like is
Yeah.
really strong, or she knows everybody. And then the princess also is Loki starting to like me now. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
so it's
seriously.
kind of just like, yeah, I mean, Daniel,
I can forgive a kind of weakish world building because yes, generic settings are gonna happen, and like
Yeah.
I can forgive that. I wish they went a little more in depth with like the combat kind of world building. Like
yeah, like the power system.
If you're gonna have a system with like powers and magic and stuff like that, I want to see cool stuff.
Yeah.
The extent of stuff we see is like
Explosion spell.
explosion,
Freeze
windblade,
spell.
even Lucy, the best mage like ever.
Just uses more lightning bolts.
yeah, either lightning
I-
or spatial magic.
Yeah. Oh, I have the strongest magic ever, so I don't need to do any complicated stuff. So you don't see anything. Like it's just like
Yeah.
She just uses either big lightning bolt or a lot of lightning
Right.
bolts.
I want to
Yeah.
see like more cool stuff in that aspect. If
Max,
you're
what
not,
are you talking
gonna
about?
have like
She
actual
one time
world
used
building.
that spatial magic to threaten the entire kingdom.
And it was just a bunch of swords.
Yeah.
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 That's
No,
another
but
thing that like another thing that bothers me. Like it kind of goes into what I was talking about earlier, with the world building. How none of the royals matter. We literally saw it at the end.
well,
of the
Lucy
most
has the
recent-
Gojo problem.
Yeah. We saw it at the end. So
Gojo
you have
problem.
all of the royals. They're gathered around. Oh, what are we gonna do to Ed Rothtailor? I think we should bring him to the kingdom and maybe try him for his crimes.
Yeah.
And then Lucy gets up to all of the top people in the empire. You said what exactly? And threatened to kill all of them. Right? Like, why does no one else at all matter? Right?
Yeah.
And it actually bugs me so much that all of the political like hierarchy just goes in the absolute gutter because of it.
I mentioned this before we started recording. The 6 apostles of the church.
Yeah.
The 6 strongest fighters. 5 of them got 1v5'd by
Yennecar.
Yennecar.
Yeah.
No, she did have the Phoenix ring.
Yeah.
Still got 1v5'd. And then the other one got beat by Ed,
Yeah.
who is like constantly being framed as talentless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not that strong.
Yeah.
And this was like the strongest one, or like the
Yeah.
second seat or whatever.
Yeah.
Got beat by him.
Yeah, so like, why does no one else in the world have power except for the main character and his crew? And I feel like that's a giant flaw for the world.
Yes.
Huge one. No, it's the villains and his main character, and half the villains are the main characters.
And the world itself
Yeah,
has no
exactly.
importance to what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? The setting has no importance to what's going on.
Yeah.
You could literally throw the setting literally anywhere else, right? Oh, it's not an academy, but this time it's in a village and all the village people are really strong, or we're actually in the center of the city and the city people are all really strong. It could literally be anywhere, and the world has almost zero importance to it, except for the fact that like Lucy has a connection to that place, and that's the only reason she's there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think we can do this rating.
Yeah, I'm down to give it a
rate.
rating.
I think. Yeah.
I mean, Daniel, you want to go first this time?
I can start. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. The world building is pretty weak. I mean, that's not where it shines. I don't think that's where it's supposed to shine. But for the sake of world building, I'll give it a D. Yeah, pretty low, but not much to say about that.
So my whole thing, I'll go ahead and go next since you went first last time, man. Yeah. World building is so valuable to me in this story. Barbarian,
especially fantasy story.
Yeah, especially fantasy, because I want to see a cool power system.
Right.
Why do we? It's like the Harry Potter problem. We have something that's cool as magic, and we show off 2 spells. Wow,
Yeah,
really cool.
it's the Avada Kedavra problem.
Yeah, it's just like
you made one thing that just.
Yeah, and it's absolutely. I think the world building is just like it just makes me mad. It just objectively, it just makes me upset. I feel like there's no effort that goes into the world whatsoever. Like, do I give it an F? I don't know. The world building.
I don't think
really
it's
bad.
that. I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's.
I think
that
an F
bad.
requires.
I'm gonna
like,
give it a D minus though.
Okay.
I'm giving it a D minus. I think it sucks.
tied for the lowest ranking ever.
I think it sucks. I think it's awful.
That is pretty low.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I might actually have a higher ranking than YouTube, not by much.
Yeah.
No, it's unfathomably generic, and the thing is, in world building, you normally want at least 1 or 2 things that are standout-ish.
Yeah.
And in this, there isn't even that. They don't even have the 1 or 2 things. Everything is generic. Nothing feels like it had extra thought put into it.
Except for the log cabin. That's the only reason it's not an F, because there's a log cabin.
Can I take back my ranking real quick? I forgot about the log cabin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to a D plus.
Are you?
Sure. Well, no, we'll make it a D plus.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was gonna go with a D plus. Like, I think when I'm getting closer to the D and the D minus, it needs to actively start doing things that more like the D plus is where like the politics kind of take away, but it starts need to just like reversing its own established systems before I can go lower than that, in my opinion. Because at this point, it's like it's just generic. I might even go C minus, but I think I'll stick with the D plus.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
And then moving on.
Our
favorite category. Max,
characters.
start us off with
Oh,
characters.
characters.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Barbarian. Everything I said to Barbarian, same thing, but this time let's add on a little bit of the main character is boring as well. There's 2 characters that I liked. We haven't seen much from Ziggs, so I'm gonna exclude him.
Yeah.
I kind of don't mind Ziggs. There's a frog there. He's kind of funny.
He's kind of chilling.
He's a chiller. 2 characters I like. I actually liked Lucy, and she's a member of the harem, so like good stuff. Just because I think her backstory was fun.
Yeah.
I liked her backstory. I thought she actually had a backstory. And I liked Clevius.
Yeah.
Clevius.
Yeah.
The sword guy.
I thought his power was super cool, and I thought like the hints we have of his backstory, he kills his brother, whatever, but his brother was like the only person who supported him when he learned this forbidden art. I think it was good. Other than that, the female characters are so bad. It's bad. It's bad when the one girl's friend,
Yeah.
Yennekar's
Yennekar's friend.
Anise.
Yeah.
goes out and she does not like Ed. She knows Ed to be just a bully and a generally all around bad guy.
Yeah.
He's mean to people.
Uh-huh.
And pretty soon after, our main character takes control of his body and starts being nicer, but he's still like he's got a year.
Yeah. He's still
He's
perceived as like the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
She goes out to prove to her friend that this guy is like manipulating her
Yeah,
or
and he's a
whatever.
womanizer.
And he's a womanizer. And she proceeds to fall for him immediately.
Yeah, it was
There's
actually...
she goes, this is how you seduce women. I'm different, Ed Roth Taylor.
Yeah.
The next chapter she falls for him. Like it might
it's
like
literally
so
so
you
funny
know-
though. She's I hate Ed so much. Blah blah blah. Trips, falls onto his chest. Oh my gosh,
He has chest muscles.
They're so well.
She says he
formed.
has chest muscles.
He has chest muscles. maybe he's not all that bad after all.
You're saying that's not peak writing.
Is that peak writing? No,
And then
you're not even putting the firing pen.
There's another character I like. The third friend that's like also thinks Ed is just a bad guy.
Yeah.
And she's talking to her friend, and she's like,
Oh, they're like at the
they're at the
with
tea party,
Yeah.
and she figures out that the friend like kind of fell for Ed, and she's like, "Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?"
Is that you? Is that
That's
you or
me.
you?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? This guy, like we actively see flashback panels of him. He blinded one of the daughter, one of the servants.
Yeah, the maid. Yeah, the
maid.
servant.
He blinded one of her eyes.
Yeah.
And it's like in the modern arc, we see he was acting out to like try to get away from his dad, who's gonna perform evil, terrible, inhumane experiments on him.
Yeah.
But that's not. She doesn't know that.
But hey, he has like.
She just knows that he's done he did terrible things.
Yeah.
And she's just falling from at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
And she's the most egregious example. But you see, it's all these characters. Generally, a lot of them are like, oh, maybe it was just rumors.
Yeah.
This girl was in the same class as him.
Mm-hmm.
She 100% saw him.
Yeah.
Behaving the way he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like, and none of the characters have.
Yeah.
None of the characters have great motivation. A lot of them have good motivation-ish.
That's fair. I mean, I kind of want to go into some of our talking points for this,
Yeah.
right? Because we kind of did do our little harem rant.
The harem rant.
But on
Obligatory.
the character development end, I think all of the development, I think there is development.
Okay.
One, right? I'll go ahead and give it that. But all of the development, in my eyes, is just revolves around Ed, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the development is like, oh, I thought Ed was a bad person. Now I think he's good, and now I'm going to train to become stronger because I thought wrong about Ed, and I want to be a good rival to Ed. That's Ziggs' entire thing. Right? Don't get me wrong, I think Ziggs is awesome, by the way. Let's get a panel of Ziggs at the beginning of the story with the stupid buzz cut, and then Ziggs now with this awesome wolf cut. He looks 10 times cooler.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
The wolf cut is what he had in the flashback,
Yeah,
too.
no, I know. But and then let's do the same thing for Ed. Ed looked like such a loser in the beginning. He looks
when
when
he's dressed up for his dad's party,
Yeah.
he looks
he
so
kind of has it on.
Yeah, he kind of has it on. But I will say there is development in the characters. I feel like Yennecar might be your typical. I don't know what to say to you, main character, but I really like you. And
I really like you,
I
main
guess they
character,
finally kissed
Chan.
after 105 chapters.
Yeah.
Or 107 chapters. They finally
107
they kissed.
chapters, they
Which,
finally-
by the way, is another crazy thing to me. He very much went into this like, wow, I'm an adult, right? And now I'm going to. And now all these high school girls like me, right? But for the most part, he pushes them off, right?
Yeah.
For the
I
most part.
forgot about that. He's an adult.
Yes.
No, it's worse. He's an adult.
Yeah, but no, for the most part, he doesn't do anything with any of them. They all come onto him for the most part, and he pushes them aside all the way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's still I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure I'll take it.
Oh, that's worse. No, but I mean,
development. I mean, what was the other points we had? Because
we've got importance, which
character importance. Dan, do you want to go ahead and you said
Character importance.
Do you think other characters are important to the story?
other
Besides,
characters besides Ed.
Besides Ed, well, technically, Lucy has importance. You could argue that Lord Lortel has importance. The
Yeah.
princess kind of has importance.
Yeah, Princess Pena.
But Princess Pena, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than those,
Well, I think we're falling into the Taylor.
Yes. The thing is, we haven't
yeah.
seen much of any character importance, even development, to a high extent. I'm hoping we see more of Taylor. Is that his name?
The main character.
I'm hoping we see more of Taylor, and I'm hoping we see more of Ziggs.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Ziggs do anything really.
Yeah, he 1v1'd the main character, or he 1v1'd
We've seen him
Ed. And
gas up Clevius.
Yeah,
Clevius.
yeah, we've seen him
Yeah.
gas up Clevius. He 1v1's Ed, and then he protects Tanya
Yeah.
while Lucy's trying to just murder Tanya.
Yeah.
Right?
That was chill.
But we actually the only thing he actually does is 1v1 Ed. We haven't seen him fight anyone else. He's
Yeah.
looking just a good friend to Ed.
Yeah.
And that's it. Right?
Yeah.
But I do like how each each act, I guess,
Yeah.
focuses on a certain character.
A character 2 or 3.
I would say the characters have pretty good importance. I'm not gonna lie, because everyone has their moment.
I'll give it.
Potentially.
I'll give it that. Absolutely. I think actually the side characters are important, and I think that's where the extra part comes in. Where, yes, the characters who aren't him are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I like that.
Character design and diversity.
Well, diversity.
Diversity, no.
Are all the female characters perhaps? Oh my gosh, I for some reason have a giant crush on you, Ed. With Barbarian, I could cut it some slack, right? Because we talked about it in a previous video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out.
Check out
the
Barbarian.
video. Starting the game as a Barbarian video. But they kind of had a reason to fall for him, right? Loki saved them from terrible endeavors. Yeah, but some of these characters, right, in this story in particular, right? Yennegar kind of just falls for him before he even does the saving for him.
Yeah.
Right? She's just he's in the woods right now.
No,
that's kind of weird.
I think the biggest issue is a lot of them are falling for him before he does the saving thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And I hate the way, in this kind of design way, every female character blushes when he does anything at all. This guy can literally just be like, oh yeah, I finished my math exam. Oh really, Ed? Blushes cutely. What are we doing? It's probably the most it's like the equivalent of Misha saying yeah the entire time. It's so annoying. Every female character blushes at the drop of a hat. I despise it.
Yeah. I get that it's harem, but I don't understand why they have to make every character fall in love with the main character for no reason.
Yeah.
There is a reason. We get a reason, but they just
they tend to do it before the reason.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's so easy to fix that.
Yeah.
And I could look past it if they thought about it a little bit more.
My biggest issue with harem, and this has always been my actual issue with harem, is I feel like it stifles the actual character, who the character is and their motivations and everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of it boils down to, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
And it's that's part of the reason why I like Lucy, even though she's part of the harem, because at the end of the day, she is more motivated by what her grandfather Glocked said and taught her and his memory than she is by Ed. It's just Ed will sometimes say things that reminisce her to her grandfather, and so she associates them together.
Yeah.
But then the other characters, a lot of them are kind of just ride or die Ed.
Yeah, it's a lot of it too. So they fall in love with him before he does the thing that they should fall in love with him for, right?
Yeah.
They do that beforehand, which doesn't make any sense, right? And then two, after their particular story arc has happened, it's literally just their entire character after that is, okay, I'm doing whatever I can for Ed in any shape, way, or form. Yennegar, for example, right? We have the Yennegar. She falls in love with him before she saves him. And now her entire thing, I'm at the log cabin. I'm helping out with the laundry. I'm helping out with food, right? She has no sustenance to her character whatsoever.
She has no motivations.
There's no motivation, and there's nothing besides her. The only thing that matters to her, Ed. That's it. And I despise it. It's because there are harems where they have other motivations that make sense, right? This one is egregious.
It's egregious. And that's the thing that's my biggest problem with harem, is when the character is a wet cardboard character that exists to serve the main character, and it's well, you just wrote a bad character. You just wrote
the thing is, I don't think the characters are bad. They have potential. What's it? Lortel could be so interesting.
Yeah.
Yennegar could be more interesting than she is now. But the fact that it's a harem and they're forced to dumb down their brain to the main character.
Yeah.
It takes out so much from the potential. It kind of bothers me.
And then I guess we'll
likability and then favorite character. I think we can put those in the same.
Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and put those in the same. Favorite character, Max. You want to go ahead and take us off?
It's got to be Clevius.
It's Clevius.
He's cool. He's one of the characters I wish we saw more of.
That's fair.
Because I really like him,
but he's not an extra. Clevius is a main character, so we can't see him. He's not an extra. It's not his survival guide.
Yeah. And I really like, who is the alchemist that they're dating?
The red girl? Elvira.
What's it called? Elvira.
Elvira. I really think they're funny together, and I think the scenes that they have where she ties him up because he's being depressing, and she's like,
she literally ties him up, hog ties this man and carries him around on her back. She's dragging him around. You need to learn to be more social. And he's like, I want to go home.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then there's one panel I saved. I'll put it up. Where they're at that assistant professor that they help out, and she's actually mauling him in the background because he's being depressing, and she's stop it.
Yeah.
It's kind of I do like Clevius, and I like their character dynamic.
That's cool.
I liked that.
Me?
Yeah, go on.
Who is my favorite character? I mean, it's Loki. Probably just got to go to Lucy.
Lucy.
I think Lucy's just such a cool character. I mean,
it's because she likes the log cabin and you like the log cabin?
Yeah, she likes the log cabin. She likes to take naps. She eats beef jerky. What else could you have more like? Also, she's super strong, right? Okay, literally, you're checking all the boxes for a good character. Super strong. Okay, check. Right.
Okay.
Has actually one of the only backstories in the entire series.
Okay.
Check, right?
Likes log cabins.
Likes the log
Third
cabin.
check mark.
I love the log cabin, right? And loves beef jerky. We have beef jerky right here. We're pretty much the same character. If I put on a wizard hat, could you tell the difference between me and Lucy?
Yeah, no, not at all.
No, that's what
Wait,
I'm
can
saying.
you put a beef jerky in your mouth?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me put a beef jerky in my mouth.
No,
Exactly,
they're the same person.
Exactly. You
Same
literally
person.
can't tell. But yeah,
Daniel?
I think Lucy's the only character that has something going for her. And Ziggs. I like Ziggs too.
Ziggs
But
is kind of cool, but I want to see more of him before I can
I-
say he's good.
I feel like my favorite character, it would have been, I wanted it to be like Ziggs or like Taylor or something like that, because I feel like they have so much potential.
Don't see anything
but
of him.
Since that's out of the story, I do like Lortel a lot. I think she has so much potential to be like interesting.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, her motivation is, I'll do it for Ed. That kind of irks me, but I like how she's not completely stupid, and she actually like has, like,
Yeah.
you know, she does stuff. I mean, she
Yeah.
doesn't have like power in terms of like, boom, force power, but she has like schemes and stuff. I like that aspect a lot, and
Yeah.
I think that's the best the
start-
common characters can get.
Start for rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Characters.
Yeah.
So honestly, I gave it a lot of flack. Can't lie. But it's not going to get the same rank as world building. I honestly, while it is a harem, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some of the redeeming characters are like good enough. And you said we didn't even talk about Ed that much. I think Ed's pretty cool.
I
We
hate
just
Ed.
ignored Ed.
Yeah,
I don't like
completely,
Ed.
By the way,
I don't like Ed.
you don't like Ed?
I think Ed's cool just because he's got that aura to him. He's
Okay.
low-key got that aura. And I like Mug.
No, Mug is kind of funny. Mug is kind of funny.
Yeah, you first meet him, I will perform every duty. And he's kind of a chiller.
Yeah.
Bro tries to perform ritual suicide day one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. I think Lucy kind of brings it back. Ed kind of brings it back. I think the dynamic Ed has with his family and the characters he interacts with his family kind of brings characters up with me. I'm not
I think
gonna
if the
give it a
recent
D
arc
minus.
hadn't happened,
Yeah.
Ed would be my least favorite character.
I think I'll go ahead and just give characters like a C.
Ooh.
I'll give it a C.
Okay.
I don't think it's awful. I think it's just middle of the pack. You know, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. You know.
I mean, we're
Actually,
going the
I-
barbarian route. We're going. I think I established a good framework with barbarian.
Yeah.
Not for our harem. There are harems that I've read, and I will rank higher than this. But this one is particularly egregious. But I think what I said in barbarian, where I said, I think to get an F,
Yeah.
I can't have a favorite character.
Yeah.
And so I will sit on a D minus,
D minus.
and I think it's
You will apologize to Barbarian.
and I will apologize to Barbarian. Barbarian, you know, might posthumously, if we re-review it, because
Yeah.
there's a lot in it, might go up to a D or a D plus.
Wow, sir.
Yeah. Characters, I will agree. Characters, I mean, it's a harem. You're not gonna select a lot of the characters.
No.
But if you take into account the harem tax, I will say they focus on the characters a bit more so than other
Yeah.
series. Like you actually get to see the characters and they have importance.
Yeah.
Just for that, I have to go. B is pushing it, but I'll go C plus or B. I'll go C plus.
Okay.
C plus because
Okay.
just because they have importance.
I
Yep.
can't accept them lobotomizing cool characters like the.
That is
like,
a bit egregious, but
yeah,
that's,
yeah, no,
that's
Car.
the harem
Car.
tax.
Yeah. All
like
right.
she's just lobotomized, and she could have been such a cool character.
Yeah.
That's fair. Moving on to our next category, artwork.
Artwork.
Okay, so what are our talking points for artwork? We can just go ahead and look at those really quick
I
before I
mean-
go ahead and rant.
Yeah.
Detail, detail, followed by uniqueness.
Detail
Uh,
uniqueness.
We can
Well,
go detail appeal.
Can we do let's do detail and appeal first, right?
Sure.
I can get into uniqueness. Besides the fight scenes, right? No detail, right? And I'm sorry, the fight scenes involving any other character that isn't Ed. So anything that has to do with Lucy, bland, right? Anything that has to do with Yennecar doing her spirit magic, for the most part, bland.
Because again,
right?
they're very generic with what they do. Lucy
Yeah.
just shoots big lightning bolt and a
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah,
lightning bolts.
but at the same time, we see all these cool characters that are much stronger than Ed and should have cooler abilities than Ed. Bland, right? I think Ziggs is like the Ziggs, what's it called? Ed fight, where they were fighting to like see like, you know, how strong Ed had gotten when he had, like was pretending to be killed. Whatever. I feel like they do a terrible job of even portraying emotion, right? Oh, what's the only emotion they show when in their artwork? Blushing. Oh my god, that's it. And then the only good artwork we see is when it's the final boss fight for Ed, and he's beaten and bruised, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe they focus on that so much to try to emphasize that he is trying to survive, right? And that's why that's such a key point of where they make the artwork way better, right? Because they want to show he is trying to survive. But it's just the detail. There is none of it, albeit or besides the fights with
Right.
Ed. I don't know. Do you guys disagree? I think it's like pretty much just standard manhwa, even a tier below. Flash the panel on screen. The author just forgot how to draw fingers within the first 10 chapters. Flash that panel on screen where his fingers just don't look right at all. I'll put it up there, but yeah.
I will say, it's almost like, I almost want to say, I can't remember what I gave Martial Wild West.
Yeah.
But Martial Wild West had lower lows, but higher highs.
For sure.
Like, I feel like this series sits on this middle ground the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're never really, like, even the highest highs are still nothing I haven't seen before.
Correct.
Right.
And the lowest lows are not the worst thing I've seen, but it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
it's kind of
care.
just like okay, it's artwork.
And
I
I'll
don't have
say,
any problems with it, but it's,
I don't have problems with it. Yeah, I think generic manhwa artwork,
yeah.
and I think I said this about Barbarian as well. I think generic manhwa artwork is fine. It's not going to get anything for it, but I'm not going to necessarily take away from the series
Right.
if it's generic and readable.
Right.
And I think it is.
Fair. I'm sorry because I know, Daniel, you haven't said much about the
No.
artwork yet. I want to kind of like just throw in my whole thing. I very much value when a series can portray emotion because, for example, I think even though it was like a little bit of a cut above, Pick Me Up for the most part has generic manhwa artwork, right? However, when it came to portraying emotion in characters during certain scenarios, I think it did it well.
Yeah.
This just doesn't do it at all, really. I mean, like you see it with Ed when he's like, even so, most of the time Ed's just like a stoic, like, you know, just straight faced character.
Yeah.
But it's just, it bugs me so much that the only emotion, it's the primary emotion that we see, and I guess maybe there's other things, but it's just like in my mind, is the blushing. And it bothers me so much because you can see a character having feelings for another character, right? Without them blushing. Yeah. You can see that through maybe some like you know, some pictures of like envy, some desire, right?
Or like body language.
Yeah,
and
like
not just
body
like
language.
A
And that's
front-facing blush.
That's just like front facing. like
I mean, I'll counterpoint a little bit. You're mostly right. There's at the end of some arcs, like sometimes it'll help someone, and it'll be like, oh, I didn't know they could smile like that or whatever, and that they show emotion. It's normally just happiness, and it's normally just a particularly detailed picture of them smiling.
And they're probably
being
also
happy.
blushing at the same time.
Almost always. But it does happen. But I think that's the most you see, and that's me giving it, you know, almost devil's advocating your point there.
Yeah.
But I agree mostly with what you said.
Daniel?
I was pretty much going to say what y'all said. I mean, the artwork is mostly generic. It doesn't really have any highs, doesn't have any lows. The fight scenes get detailed, but again, it's only when Ed fights. You don't really see much outside the fight scenes. And I think I have no qualms with it, but then again, it doesn't really shine in any particular area. And with your emotion statement, I do see that too. Like, if it's a highly emotional battle, like, why aren't we seeing more of that in the artwork?
Like we see it in Ed, but we don't
do
see
see
it
that a little
in
bit, yes,
any of the
but-
other characters.
Right, exactly.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I think I have my ranking for it.
you have your ranking. You can go first.
See, the real question is, what do I give an average level artwork as a rating? Because it is average, but I do think, I think I will give it a C+.
C+?
C+, yes.
All
I think that's a
right.
good rating to give it.
I'm pretty much just gonna go ahead and stick with C
C?
for me.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything special to it really, except for the fight scenes. I think the fight scenes are honestly, they do a pretty. The fight scenes have better artwork, but it's not even that good of artwork, right? It's just they really just love drawing the main character strewn in blood.
Yeah.
Right. They love it.
It's because they don't do any like actual like, cool attacks.
Yeah.
Like they summon
yeah.
a big spirit sometimes, but like there's no actual like stuff. You know?
Yeah. Max.
I think I gave Barbarian like a B- or a C+, and I think I think I would give this also just a C+. I think it's in the same range of, I think B- to C+ is where I'll sit artwork that's generic, and I think I'll sit on the C+ because it's a little bit more generic.
Right.
Yeah.
Barbarian had a few moments. I think this has less.
Right.
And
All right.
so yeah, C+.
Yeah. And our final and favorite category
Ooh,
for
I'm
everybody
Enjoyment.
involved: enjoyment.
Boom. Enjoyment.
I'll keep it a buck with you.
Go ahead.
I've said a lot of mean things about this series, but boy, did I kind of enjoy it. All right, I'll be honest with you.
Hey.
I don't know why I know you said you hated it, the filler at the log cabin. That was like my favorite part of the series.
Okay.
I actually liked it a lot. And a lot of the fights when he was like getting into a battle with his dad, when he got into the whole, the time thing, or the like looping time, the infinite regression thing with the priestess. The priestess was more the saintess. Sorry.
Yeah, saintess.
She was the focal point of the entire story, right? As well as Adele, right?
Yep.
And I actually quite enjoyed those two arcs to a good degree, and I enjoyed him building a log cabin. We tried building a log cabin. It didn't go very well. I had a blast trying.
It's because we don't have Windblade.
Yeah, we don't have Windblade. Oh my gosh! Imagine if we had Windblade. Windblade, infinite lumber.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh! Big companies would love us. We'd be billionaires.
For building log cabins.
But yeah, no. Surprisingly, I enjoyed it quite a bit. A lot more than I give it rankings, because like a lot of those rankings for the other categories, I try to be objective on those, right? Because those are like, at the end of the day, ranking is subjective, right? But I try to, no bias, just talk about the actual quality of those things, right? Enjoyment, I can be purely subjective, right? And I actually really enjoyed it. I'll bite it being kind of a harem. Well, not kind of. It's a pretty big harem. It's a pretty hard harem. I'll bite it being a harem, and I'll bite it having the sucky moments with all the blushing, right? I did kind of enjoy it. But Daniel, you want to go second?
I didn't enjoy the log cabin bits quite as much as you did. I think it took away a little bit from my enjoyment just because it was overdone a little bit. Like,
like some people are entitled to have bad opinions too, right?
Yeah.
Like you're entitled
Like
to have
Max.
like a bad opinion about the log cabin not being good. That's fine. You can like have a wrong opinion.
Is that the wrong opinion?
Yeah, the log cabin is amazing.
Oh,
right?
my bad.
No, it's okay. It's
That's
okay.
okay,
Go
okay.
ahead. You can talk about it. Just the audience will understand that you're not, in the right.
Okay. Anyway, the log cabin, I don't like how it dragged on. It felt like filler almost when they just do nothing at the log cabin. But as far as enjoyment goes for the overall thing, yes, it's a harem. Did I feel like it would have been better if it wasn't a harem? Yeah, but I still enjoyed it. Yeah. I think the story was engaging, or like the reading it was engaging. The characters were bearable, other than like their brainlessness when it comes to Ed. And yeah, I actually did find it quite enjoyable. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Now you say it. Yeah.
I mean, here's where my greatest dilemma with this series was. The highs were high.
Yeah.
The lows were low.
Like how low?
Like
Mariana Trench low or not quite?
Not quite, but it was close. There were so for one thing, they repeat panels a lot. And this was very obnoxious because these chapters are incredibly long and they never get shorter. Like a lot of manhwa.
Yeah, they are really long.
A lot of manhwa, like the beginning are long chapters, and then like as it goes on, the chapters are more digestible. Especially if you're reading a series from start to finish.
Yeah.
Because especially we have to reread these to review them.
Yeah.
And so when I'm doing my reread, it's like, holy mother, why haven't we done anything yet? like I like in between. I've said it before, I like slow pacing, but at a certain point, it's like I don't like. It's like sometimes there's a boring episode of One Piece where they go back and forth with like the same frame.
Yeah.
And no progress is made. They're just doing the same thing back and forth.
Yeah.
And a good example of this is in the first dorm room invasion arc.
Right.
When the maid betrays Lortel, and she puts a sword to her neck, go back and read it. You see that panel? I think 7 times over 7 different chapters. It's crazy. They do that panel like 7 times. I kept scrolling past it and being like, I swear to God, I've seen this panel before.
It wasn't a time loop.
And it's just like they kept, and they've done that to a lot of panels. The panel where the one girl falls and lands on Ed's chest. That one shows up like 3 times. And
it's a great panel though. It has a lot of importance to the story.
A lot of importance to the story. And you see that a lot but then the highs were like the climaxes of the arc. When Clevius is fighting Lucy. When Ed kills his dad, that entire panel was that entire sequence was awesome. It was super cool and it was weird. And when he's fighting his sister and there's like a whole bunch of stuff and then he's fighting his dad and his past self is there.
Yeah.
That's great. And so it's like I had parts where I'm sitting there like, holy mother, these are the worst sections I've ever read. They're so unfathomably uninteresting.
Yeah.
And then I had sections where I was like, genuinely invested. I couldn't, like, I went and reread sections over and over of the regression arc. It was good. And so it's like, I have been struggling
on what to give this as a
on
final
what
ranking.
to give this.
Or for your enjoyment, at
For
least?
my enjoyment.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard, and I'm going to keep thinking
You gotta go
about
for gut
it. But, like,
feeling, Max.
I mean, I can give you my gut feeling on what I feel for enjoyment.
But
before we do
we
that,
have a favorite moment.
Oh, our favorite moment.
Favorite moment.
Ooh. That's, I actually completely forgot we had that. I didn't think about this coming into this. What is my favorite moment?
I think mine is when he's either the panel where it's him stabbing his dad from behind and blood is coming up, or a little bit later, it's a wide shot of him with his head is destroyed, obliterated.
Oh, yeah.
Arm black. like other arm completely red.
Yeah.
And he's got the knife in, and his dad's like dead, and he's wide shotted. I'll put it on the screen, and he's stabbing into him, and like everyone's like, "Holy crap!" Like, what's up with this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that might be my favorite moment.
Huh.
For me, I can go ahead and go.
Sure, go ahead. I need some time.
And this is, Daniel might not agree with it.
Okay, so it's about the log cabin.
But I feel every single time he ends, I guess it's multiple moments, that he comes back to the log cabin, and it's just simple, like, oh, he sees, campfires on, like, checks out the campfire, opens the door, Lucy's taking a nap, everything's chill, and he feels like a little bit of sense of, like, I'm home, I don't think I have to survive anymore, right? And I can just relax in leisure. Every single time he comes back to the log cabin after, a particularly rough endeavor I love those moments. I think they're great. And I like the log cabin a lot. I think building the log cabin was also awesome.
I think those are the good moments of the log cabin, though. I kind of agree with Daniel, and sometimes the log cabin is used in those, like, super filler moments,
Right.
and I think it detracts from some of the story. But I think those moments of the log cabin are almost an exception where it's like, this is a short moment where it's the end of an arc, and it's like...
Well, I mean, it's like, it's okay, because, like, every moment of the log cabin is good.
Okay. Daniel, moving on.
Oh, man. I have, like, a half real answer and, like, a half joke answer.
Yeah.
I'll give both. Half real answer, the whole, I guess, I was trying to think of a moment that, like, stood out to me. Like, you remember when he was, like, dead, like, he got killed and he's, like, hiding and being dead?
Yeah.
And, like, his sister was like, oh, I didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Whatever, and she's being framed and all that. And when Ed comes back, he's, like, on, like, a horse.
He's on the wind spirit, on the wind spirit wolf.
That part was, like, look, he's so much aura, I'm not gonna lie. I like that part a lot. That was the real answer. The like half joke answer, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like whenever I forgot what specific moment he does this like at least like 3 times, but he's like, he always says like after like an arc, he's like, I'm just trying to survive, and like every time he says that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like that's so real, he's trying to survive. I'm gonna need to go through and find those again, but
yeah,
that's like awesome. I chuckled every time I saw that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I guess you want me to go ahead and start with enjoyment?
Yeah, you seem most solidly.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a solid A for enjoyment. Don't get me wrong, it's not an S, because for it to be an S, it really has to evoke something out of me.
Did you give any rating other than enjoyment A or above today?
No.
That's
I think
crazy.
my highest rating, I think I gave
That's
a
the highest
B.
ranking of the day.
Yeah.
I had an A-.
Oh yeah, true.
I gave a B, I gave a D-, I gave a D, and I gave a C, I think.
How does that work?
Yeah, but yeah, I know. But like, that's the thing with enjoyment. I can be as subjective as possible, and even if something is absolute utter garbage, I can still really like it and have fun reading it. Right?
Okay.
I think it had its
That's the
funny
best part about the
moments.
enjoyment category.
Yeah, when it has like, it has some funny moments to it, right? It has some like comedic moments, like with, for example, Clevius and what's her name?
Elvira.
Clevius and Elvira, funny moments there. Sometimes, like, when Lucy like showed up, crashed his tent, broke everything, and he was mad. Funny moment there. When she threatened the entire royal family, it's like, what'd you say about Ed? Right? Like, yes, it's like the whole harem thing. Funny moment there, right?
And they gave her jerky.
Yeah, whenever she was there, and the head chef, the best chef in the entire empire, was making her jerky, and she's like, I don't like it. And he's like, I'm so sorry, princess. I've never failed you once before. I can't appease her, right? I don't know, it's just funny. And so for that, I will give it an A, strictly because of the log cabin for the most part, right? And all the little funny moments. I did find some enjoyment about it. Albeit, objectively, a lot of its categories were just utter garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, Max?
I think where I'm gonna go is So I'm looking at either a B- or a C+, I think, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. This
because
guy
the
just
lows-
loves giving bad reviews.
Yeah.
No, because the lows were low and the highs were high. I might even go up to a B, because I was gonna go on a B-. And when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I had moments I really liked.
The log cabin.
Oh, the log cabin. The log cabin's kind of funny.
The log cabin's literally El Dorado.
Yeah.
El Dorado. The log cabin is El Dorado.
They found it.
We found it, the Golden City.
It's Shell City.
Yeah, maybe I'll go with B.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll go with B.
Because I mentioned the log cabin.
Yeah,
didn't I?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe I'll go with B.
okay.
I think I'll go with B because at the end of the day, the moments that I really liked were great.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that really hit the enjoyment, especially on the reread, because I'd read a good chunk of it a while back.
Yeah.
On the reread, even the chunks that I had read, I'd read up to close to 40
Yeah.
on my first read before I dropped it, and then this reread.
Mm.
Even those early chapters there were sections that I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
let this be over. But then there were entire chapters, and these are long chapters, that I was very invested.
Yeah.
So I think I have to give it a B because it had moments that I liked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't give it an
That's
A
fair.
because it
Yeah.
had the moments that I hate.
That's fair. Okay. Daniel?
Yeah, I didn't give many high ratings today either, but I did enjoy it. It's weird. It almost feels like a slop kind of manhwa, but it's like not. It's like good slop. I don't know. It's either good slop or like a bad normal one. And just because of that, like,
It's like when you're eating like the school lunch and they have General Tso's chicken for the day.
yeah, they got General Tso chicken at school lunch and you're just like, oh, it's so bad. No, it was genuinely good. Like, in all realness, it was like enjoyable read. I definitely think so.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of I don't know if you've read it. It's like I killed the solo. I killed the main character. I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very similar to that, where it's like almost slop. It's better than that.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I think I'll give it an A. I'll actually give it an A. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freak it.
That's what's
Crazy.
up. That's what's up.
It was
And
good.
then
Final rankings.
Final rankings. Before we go in, just say our final thoughts. Anything that we want to mention that we maybe forgot to mention. I'll give it one thing to kind of knock it down for characters again. Okay, so like even in a harem, you look, you have like the different like female characters, right? Like you got like the yandere, you got the tsundere, you got like you got all the different. I swear
all
they're
that
like
there is.
all the same when it comes to Ed. Like all of them have their yandere moments with like, what you say about Ed, and they like go all freaky like evil mode, right? And then all of them also will just blush at the drop of a hat, right? So there's no diversity in the female cast in the way they react towards Ed. Like the least you could do is like, you know, throw him up a little bit. I don't know. But and then also I want to mention Mug is low-key the go.
Mug's
You like
funny.
Mug?
I like Mug. But yeah, other final thoughts for you guys?
No.
No?
I think
Daniel?
I covered everything I,
I think
wanted
it
to cover.
did okay for a harem. I think it
It's okay.
was pretty
Max,
good.
do you have your final ranking?
I do. So if I remember correctly, I gave a D-, a D+,
Yeah.
a B, a C+, and an A-.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I'll set on a B-
For the overall ranking?
for the overall ranking. A bit below enjoyment. I think enjoyment gets it closer to that B, even though there are 2 Ds in there.
Yeah.
And it's because I had the moments that I enjoyed, and while there were moments that I was trudging, I was pretty much in the trenches, just like I don't like there were just chunks of all the recent chapters after he kills his dad.
Yeah.
There's like 7 of them. Dude,
they
I
mean
hate
nothing.
them. They're nothing.
They mean
dude.
nothing.
They're
Yeah.
nothing. There's like 7 chapters, and all of them. The last one is 25 full panels. That was crazy. 25 full. Like when you save the panels, they're long. Like
Yeah.
a full panel. I might put a full panel up on the screen, and you'll see like what I mean by 25 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're long, and I'm like, oh my god, nothing happened. This twin, we spent 3 chapters with someone accusing him of kidnapping his own spirit, and then it gets resolved, and she like apologizes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I think I have to give it a B-.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's higher than I thought you were gonna give it. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought
I
you
was-
were gonna give it a C. I thought you were gonna give it, like, a C-.
Enjoyment helped a lot.
Yeah, but you only give it a B for enjoyment.
Yeah, that helped so much.
I thought honestly, with your overall, I thought we were gonna get a C out of you.
Yeah.
I was gonna see C. I was looking at C+.
Yeah.
Did I say B-, right?
Yeah.
I was looking. I always look at the B+, C-. I think
Yeah.
that's a great
It's
middle
a
of
good-
the pack range.
Yeah.
And I think it was the slightly above average tier rather than the slightly below. Like
For sure.
Like I have to choose if I'm gonna say in between B and C is average. B plus is like. I'd recommend it to someone who's read a lot of manhwa and they're just looking for something at 2 a.m. to turn their brain off and read.
Yeah.
So that's where I'd put it.
Yeah, fair.
Daniel?
I can go next, yeah. Yeah. The enjoyment factor was a really big part of this because when we were looking at it objectively, it was
tanked everywhere.
Not that good, but I know I hate on the log cabin, but I didn't actually feel like it was a struggle to read through. Like I was reading the log cabin bits and I was like, that's funny. I didn't actually hate them. It was just a little bit repetitive, and that was the only parts that I found like somewhat kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
So overall, oh man, I gave it. Oh man, wait, I'm conflicted now. What did I give for enjoyment? Did I give it an A?
An A.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna give it an A final ranking.
An A?
Just because I don't think there's a part where like I hate it, other than like the characters being like stupid.
Yeah. I'm down.
I think I'll give it an A.
I'm telling you, enjoyment is a super gravitational pull.
That is crazy.
It is the chicken from school. I'm eating the chicken from school lunch. I hate it, but I'm eating it. I'm giving it an A.
Wow.
Go for it. No, absolutely. I can see that 100%.
Yeah, no. I mean, enjoyment was like really good for it, but at the end of the day, for me, when I look at an A ranking overall, right, I'm looking at stuff like I don't even think I gave Barbarian an A. I honestly want to redo Barbarian. I think Barbarian deserves an A. Right? Maybe even like an A+, right?
No spoilers on that.
Yeah,
rating,
but
bro.
I will say rereading for editing was...
Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm sitting there, like, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. But like overall ranking for like the quality of the story, right? I don't know, bro. I'm sitting between like, I'm sitting at like a C+.
Ooh,
I'm sitting at like a C+ for the final ranking.
Below max? The harem
C plus B minus? I'm telling you, that's where it goes.
It's tough to say.
Objectively.
It's really tough for me to say. What do I want to give this?
Think about the cabin.
I mean, the cabin is phenomenal. The cabin is like Shell City. SpongeBob Magic Shell City. We made it. That's what I feel like when I get to that cabin, man. It was great. I love the cabin, bro. The cabin was great, bro. Open the door. Oh my god, I got a little desk. I got a bed. I got a campfire outside, bro. Yeah. Somebody built a little like house in front of me. We have 2 log cabins now, and we have Lortel's estate now. Yeah. So we got a little town going over here, right? Log cabins peak. Don't get me wrong. I love it way more than the next guy, right? What? It's a harem, and it was looking kind of bad.
That's why I gave it the B minus. I was like, it's very. I think it's very mediocre. Yeah. But I think it was what swayed me was my ability to say to someone who has read. Yeah. A lot of manhwa, my ability to be like, yeah, it's like kind of slop. Yeah, no, but you could read it.
I think I've settled. I'm gonna go with a C+.
Locking in a C+.
Overall, because I gave it like 2 Ds, bro. Like I
gave it 2 Ds.
Like I just like it was whatever.
I gave it 2 Ds, but I also gave it 2 Bs and an A, and a C. So it's like, I've pretty much.
Yeah, whatever. I guess.
Bordered the.
But Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, that was fun. We haven't done one of these in a while.
We haven't recorded one of these in a while.
Yeah, no. Don't worry, guys. More videos. We're going to get back to weekly uploads. We apologize so much for not having an upload.
Someone might be the problem.
Yeah, it's okay. We will be back to weekly uploads. Yes. And by the way, we're thinking about doing other video ideas like tier lists, tournaments, rankings, stuff like that. If you have any ideas, make sure to drop them down below, right? Absolutely. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. We are fond of any critiques whatsoever. Yeah. This guy, Max, has been getting hated on left and right on our TikTok and YouTube
I have so many things to respond to now. I just got back from the wedding and I get back today and they're like,
yeah, they're hating on you, bro.
Oh my god, they're hating on you. You have to respond to all these comments now. And I'm like, oh. Yeah. So I'm gonna spend my night responding to comments.
And if you left the recommendation, look forward to it. We might be doing that soon.
We do have a list of recommendations that you guys have put up, and so we will be getting to those as soon as we possibly can, right?
Whoever said greatest estate developer. It's already recorded.
Stay tuned. Yeah, no.
That's on the.
We will be getting them out there, and we really appreciate all the support that it's getting. Our videos actually get a decent bit of views now, so it's like it's not bad. I'm really appreciative. I'm really happy, and I'm really happy to keep this going. So anything that you guys can say that you think will help us out is great. The
fire's dying down.
The fire's dying down, and so is the video. So we'll see you guys in the next one.
Subscribe.
Yep. Oh, that was
awesome.
I'll play the outro. Yeah.